Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Gunter, Texas, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agents, Christine and Heather, for making this tour possible. Also, the builder, Exclusive Dream Builders, and I'll make sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, family, we have that grand estate. You have the stacked stone along with the brick. You're situated on a 1-acre lot. You have plenty of driveway available. Around that corner, you have a 4-car garage, so plenty of space for any size vehicle, which is always a plus. As we do continue, lushly landscaped, you see the gravel as well. And then look at that grand covered front porch. Beautiful. So I'll show you the aesthetic of the community. So it's no cookie cutter homes here. Each and every one is custom built. As I do continue, look at the cedar soffit right above there too. Plenty of windows that is surrounding the entire property. Wait till you see the way it takes advantage of the rolling hills. Then you do have a huge pivot door. But without further ado, family, let's go ahead and get you inside. Look at that incredible view. Right when you walk in, it creates the statement. You have 20-foot ceilings. You see the vaulted ceiling that extends over there in the great room. We'll get to that in a moment. Now down here, you have the inlaid tile, white oak floors, a curved staircase, and just a grand look. Before we continue, as always, I'll show you the front door from the inside. Absolutely stunning. So I'll turn your attention to the formal dining. Look how open and spacious it is. You have double tray ceilings with cove lighting and crown molding. Then you have that gold light fixture right above your dining table, so you can imagine hosting Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. Beautiful. So when you walk in to the left, you have a generous size office. Okay, so again, the same ceiling detail, beautiful light fixture. You can open up those windows right there, have a breath of fresh air. Look at the huge baseboards with the outlets inside too. Always a plus. Now, you have a massive wall of built-in sleek cabinetry. You even see the shelving too, and the crown molding. And not to mention the French doors leading you here. Okay, so you have a storage closet right here. Underneath the staircase, you will have a wine cellar. I'll show you that in just a moment. Look at that. Perfect place for the Christmas tree. And in fact, just in time, right? So we'll take a look at the great room in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and show you the perimeter of the property. This is our guest suite. So if you do have extended family staying with you for any length of time, they will feel comfortable here. So you see the wide plank white oak floors. You have the separate closet, generously sized too, with a pocket door. And then your rod all the way up to the ceiling. Perfect. And then taking a look at the ensuite, you'll notice a lot of gold detail and champagne bronze sprinkled throughout the property. Got white oak cabinetry, marble shower surround, and that champagne bronze. Perfect. So if you want some space between you and the neighbor, which is always the topic of discussion, especially on this channel, right? This is definitely going to be the place for you. Now, right over here, you have a bonus room. You notice the glass panes in the door. So if you wanted to use this as a nice little sanctuary, possibly a children's retreat, you can always do that. You'll see the theater room once we head to the second level. But look how grand that looks. Okay, so as I mentioned, right underneath the staircase, You have the wine cellar. So you have Taj Mahal quartzite counters. You'll notice that extends inside of the kitchen. You have a wine fridge. Look at the floating wine wall here. Impressive. Okay, now what you've all been waiting for. Look at the floor to ceiling windows. Huge chandelier, vaulted ceilings, marble fireplace surround, floor to ceiling, the built-in floating shelving. Absolutely exquisite. Incredible. So we'll take a look at the kitchen in just a moment. I want to go and turn you around right here and take a look at the primary suite, which is to my left. Now, remember, you have the study right when you walked into the left. So you have an additional study if that's what you prefer, or the possibilities are endless. But you notice the chandelier and then those windows for natural light. Okay, so look at the sanctuary. Double doors leading you right in here. Okay, so you have a floor to ceiling linear fireplace. Again, the cove lighting and the crown molding. You have a quick access door leading you to the backyard. And then look how roomy it is. Absolutely stunning. And then heading inside of your ensuite, you see the double doors, your freestanding tub, a picture window, champagne bronze, glass enclosed shower with a huge shower bench. Now, as I turn your attention to the left, his and her sinks, you see the custom white oak cabinetry. We've been seeing that theme as we enter various rooms. Huge mirror. And the coolest thing is you have his and hers closets, but they're both massive. So I'll show you inside of the walk-in shower first. You have a rain shower head. Look at the shower niche and that marble. So first closet, floor to ceiling right off the bat. You have a closet island here, plenty of drawers and shelving to work with. Now, they didn't forget about you, because right over here you have a cosmetic area, fully functional, and a full body mirror too. Perfect. Typically, when you see two separate closets, you don't have closet islands in both of them, but in this instance you do, which is definitely a plus in my book. You have a towel closet here, water closet on the right, and let's see how much space we get. An abundance. All the drawers and cabinetry you could ever ask for in a primary retreat. Okay, and I know you've been waiting for that kitchen, so have I, so let's go ahead and get you to it. But the most important thing is how roomy and airy it feels in here, right? Because, you know, we talk about that often. Whenever you have an estate like this, you are going to be entertained, and more often than not, of course, if you are, you know, a recluse or you are an introvert, then maybe not so much. But you see the catwalk. So from the second level, you can see right down here, and then take a look at the materials. Impressive. So again, the Taj Mahal quartzite countertops, but you have the waterfall edge. You see the backsplash, the glass panes in your cabinet fronts. Look at this. Got the outlets right over here. Perfect. So that discreet look. You have Z-line appliances. So the best money can buy. Even the white oak vent hood with the gold detail. Incredible. So you see how open it is. Perfect for hosting. Absolutely lovely. Now, right over here to the right, you have the breakfast nook. Plenty of windows too. You see a better view of the backyard where it is elevated slightly to see those rolling hills. You have a quick access door straight back there too. Panel ready dishwasher and refrigerator. So I'll show you that right here. Look how sleek that sink is. Plenty of storage. So you have a ton of counter space. You have an appliance garage too. That's always a plus. Now, they are doing some final touches, so you may notice it's extremely sleek, right? We don't have any handles or anything like that, but they are finalizing that, and you certainly are gonna love it. I had to get you in here before it was too late. Okay, so let's continue this way. This is gonna head to your separate pantry and your chef's kitchen. So I'll show you the pantry first. So you have the pocket door. Look at all the shelving that you can imagine. And if you are fully stocked with water, you can store that right back there. And then look at the prep kitchen. Lovely. So two-tone cabinetry. As you can see, you got the stainless steel sink and your appliances, and then a huge vent hood. Okay, so right over here to the left, this is coming in from your 4-car garage. So you have your mudroom, you see the gold hooks, and then you have the slots down there. Go ahead and store your shoes. And look at this. Happy to see they included the windows back here, but then you have epoxy flooring too, a quick access door right back there, and a storage closet as well. And remember, you had a huge driveway, so every vehicle in your fleet, or in your family for that matter, can fit comfortably. Okay, so now heading to the laundry room. Look at the stacked cabinets. You have quartz countertops, and then of course you see the herringbone pattern backsplash, your sink overlooking the driveway and the front yard, and then your washer and dryer hookup. So Gunter in particular is north of Salina. So remember, you have Frisco, Prosper, Salina, and then you'll get right here to Gunter. So a lot of folks are heading this way, and a lot of new development too, but still you do have that peace and tranquility at the same time. So it's perfect to get in while you can. I know other folks are looking at Salina, definitely Prosper, and you know Frisco is the hot spot. So this is definitely a gem. Now, heading inside of this perfect game room, you have a geometric accent wall that's heading up the staircase right over there. So remember, you have that curved staircase in the front, but if you want to use this, you can certainly do that. Now, right over there, you have a nice little bar area, quartzite material. You have sliders leading you to the covered backyard patio. And the cool thing is there is a pool and spa and a multi-sport court. So a lot of activities that you can do back there. Now, heading over here, this is your pool bath, because you have this door right back out here. So if you get out of the pool, you don't need to track all that water throughout the entire property. You can go ahead and head right here. Amazing. So since we are on this side, let's go ahead and get you up the stairs and take a look at the rest of the rooms. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. You know, I really value your feedback, and I hope you are enjoying this property. Look at this. The perfect media room. You have a beverage fridge. You got counter space over there to add that popcorn machine. You see the sconces. You have built-in speakers throughout the home. You may have noticed that too, but perfect to add that projector. Beautiful. So we'll make our way around the perimeter of the property. I'll make sure you see every room possible, so you won't miss a thing. So let's take a look at this size. queen bed set, outlets in the baseboard. You even have an abundance of room right here too. Now this is gonna have the ensuite, but oftentimes you don't see that freestanding tub for these secondary bedrooms, right? So I love that. Now as we continue, right around here, you see that walk-in shower, some gold and champagne bronze accents. Right here, you have the Calacatta quartz. Then you will have the separate closet too, so you'll notice that. But each closet is spacious inside of this house. And oftentimes I hesitate to say house because, for some reason, at least it could just be me, but when I hear house, it just sounds cold, right? Compared to a home, which sounds warm and inviting. So tell me if you agree or disagree. Now, next bedroom, this one is huge. You could fit a king bed right in here without any issues, and you still would have room. Now, this is overlooking the front yard. See that separate closet with a pocket door. And this one's gonna have the shower tub combo. So look right over here. And then in here you have that cream color as far as the stain on the cabinetry. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look right here. Look at that sunset. I don't know if you can see that. Let me show you this powder bath first before we continue. Look at the beautiful pendant lights. You have under cabinet lighting and then quartz with the black veins. But that really complements that accent wall too. Now I have to show you this. You have a recreational room here. I don't know if you can see that sunset, but absolutely incredible. Okay, so extremely spacious. Remember, downstairs you have the game room, you have the bonus room, so you have a lot that you can do throughout this property. You have a storage closet. So, I talk about that quite often too, getting away from all the noise and the chaos, especially if family's been over for quite a while, right? So you can retire up here and have a fantastic time. Now, overlooking the great room. Look at the incredible view from the floor to ceiling windows. You have a massive covered backyard patio. We'll see that in just a second. Now, this is going to lead you right when you walk in from that curved staircase. So this will be overlooking the foyer. So a lot of neat features throughout the home, even from the first level to the second level, and just absolutely stunning. Okay, so next bedroom. So you notice each ensuite, you have this separate closet too. And look at this. So you have the freestanding tub again. This is the second time we've seen that on the second level. But remember, the other one had dual sinks. So if you wanted to use that as a second primary, you definitely could do that. Stunning. And in this property, you have 6 bedrooms. And yes, I said that. Oftentimes you don't see that, especially with spec homes, right? So that's nice to see. Okay. And this is our final bedroom. So this one, you're gonna have the bathroom and closet combination, but this is the only one that we've seen that have that. Beautiful. Okay, so it looks like that about covers the entire property. If you haven't done so just yet, please let me know your thoughts. Last but certainly not least, we'll go ahead and get you to the backyard so you can go ahead and see. But you can imagine hanging out here on a daily basis, having a fantastic time with friends and family. Okay, so heading right back out here. Again, the cedar soffit. Look at the height. You have the stacked stone columns too. Absolutely impressive. So it even extends right back here to the right. So if you are entertaining, you have that indoor outdoor flow and you're having a great time. Now you have the Baja pool and spa. You do have a fountain feature too. And then as we continue, you have concrete pavers right here. And then that's going to be separated by the turf. Hopefully the video does it justice. But look at this outdoor kitchen. You have an island. You see the stacked stone, floating shelving. Look at the smoker. Go ahead and throw a pizza in there. You are good to go. You have a sink overlooking that court. And then your grill too. And then if that's not enough, you head right out here. If you're a tennis fan, a basketball fan, the possibilities are endless. But the good thing is you already have this included in the property. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Gunter, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour. Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are back again in Brentwood, Tennessee, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Susan Gregory with Onward Real Estate, for making the tour possible. Also, the builder, Landon Development, and I'll make sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, family, wow, what a statement. You have the massive high-pitched roofs. Now, you are going to have the natural stone along with the wood paneling. That'll continue on the inside of the property as well. Now, you have a long driveway that leads you to your 4-car garage, and then you still have plenty of parking available. Now, as we continue, you are situated on just under an acre, and you are located in Prim Farm, and you have a total of 24 home sites inside of this community. Now, right over here, look at the flagstone walkway that continues to our covered front porch. You have the wood soffit, the modern rain chains, and then the handcrafted gas lantern. In fact, you'll see that inside of the foyer as well. Absolutely impressive. And then you have the front door with the clean architectural lines. But without further ado, family, let's go ahead and get you inside. Wow. Look how warm and inviting it looks. I'll pan you upwards. You see the handcrafted gas lantern creating that statement. And then as always, I'll turn you around so you can see the front door from the inside. Beautiful. So you have wide plank oak floors throughout the property. Now you have your built-ins to the left. You have the push to open cabinetry and quartzite counters. That'll continue inside of the kitchen as well. Now, as always, we're going to continue throughout the perimeter of the property and work our way around. Right here to the left, you have an elevator. To the right, you have your first set of stairs. And then to the left on this side, look at the study. Very warm and inviting and a dramatic office. Now, you have the floor to ceiling windows. Look at the stained wood paneling, and then an Archistone floor to ceiling fireplace, and you have your built-in shelving. Absolutely impressive. And then also you will notice those fireballs inside of the fireplace. Okay, so this is going to lead you to the primary suite. I'll show you that in just a second. Let's go ahead and take a look at how much storage we get. This will be right underneath the first set of stairs. And then here is your first powder bath. Look at the pendant lights, marble counters, custom cabinets, and then look at the depth. Okay, and what I'm most excited about is showing you this room. Now, before we continue, you see the separation, right? So you have so much room. You have a nice little sitting area that you can take advantage of. Now, you will notice multiple access points to your porch. We'll see that a little bit later on in the tour, but look at the primary bedroom. Absolutely impressive. A lot of volume here. I'll pan you upwards. You have the vaulted ceilings with the floating beams and a 5-tier chandelier. If that doesn't scream luxury, I really don't know what does. Okay, so the massive windows here, bringing in all of that natural light. And then look at that. You have your king size bed, your 2 nightstands, so much room and depth inside. It's almost unheard of. Let's go ahead and continue. Now, before we head to the ensuite, I'll turn your attention over here to the right. Look at the wet bar, marble counters, chrome fixtures, and the shaker style cabinets. So you can go ahead and take advantage of this. You have a quick access point straight there to a nice little patio, and then you have a beverage fridge already equipped. But turning your attention straight ahead, family, look at this. Absolutely exquisite. His and hers sinks. You have the natural stone counters. Look at the waterfall edge, not only on the vanity, but also your built-in tub. Beautiful. His and hers closets, but look straight ahead, family. A massive walk-in shower and a built-in sauna. What better place to put a sauna than right here, right? Walk one step and then you can go ahead and wash off all of the sweat and you are good to go. Very impressive, a nice feature, and it always is appreciated. Now you are gonna have the dual shower heads and then the rain shower head right above there too. 0 threshold. And then let's take a look at the first closet. My absolute favorite, floor to ceiling shelving. Your built-in drawers over here. Look at the drawer fronts. You got a window right there. And plenty of space for any size wardrobe. Beautiful. So to the left, of course, is the water closet, and then our second primary closet. Look at the size of this. You see the LED lighting, beautiful light fixture. You have a designated cosmetic area built in. And look at that. it even extends over here. Wow. Plenty of space in here for any size wardrobe. I love to see that. Now you will notice the beautiful fluted detail throughout some of these doors that we have the good fortune of seeing, even when you walk in and then right there. And then of course you have your towel closet right there. Lovely. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully you are enjoying it. We're going to be as thorough as possible. So make sure you sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, as we continue, look at this. I'll do a full pan and then we'll talk about the materials. Lovely. The warm tones, great color combination. Wow. Now you have the double sliding doors, transom window right above there. You see the down lighting. You have a 2-tier chandelier. Now, again, like I mentioned previously, you have your Arca stone fireplace here. Look at the built-ins on the side. And then of course, the wood paneling. Lovely. So entertaining is a breeze inside of these various rooms that we're going to see throughout the tour. Gorgeous. So not only that, you have the discrete floor registers. Now heading to the kitchen, family, you have the dual islands, quartzite counters, but look at the vent hood. You see the Arca stone, but then you have the quartzite trim. Really nice subtle detail that complements the islands. Lovely. Now you are going to have your paneled refrigerator. You have the stack cabinets right above there. And then even the custom cabinets itself really just do a great job of bringing it all together. Lovely. A sleek sink, as you can see too. You got some storage right down here. You got a trash drawer on this side. And your paneled dishwasher. Lovely. I'll turn your attention over here to the left. You have a Blue Star range. Look at that. You see the gold accents and then even that sleek backsplash. Let's go ahead and open up the refrigerator and the freezer for you. Plenty of space in there. Now, as we continue to the bar area, look at this. The quartzite backsplash, you see the shelving with the LED lights, gold pendant lights hanging down, the same custom cabinetry that we've seen inside of the kitchen. Now you have a bar area over here, perfect for serving drinks. And then right behind me, you have a dual entry wine fridge. You could fit up to 435 bottles in here. Perfect for the wine connoisseur, and it is temperature controlled. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and continue, make our way around. Straight ahead, you have your formal dining. Look at the floor to ceiling windows, and then you also have the corner windows as well. Again, a lot of depth, perfect for hosting and entertaining, and that's great to see. Now, before we continue to the left, I want to go ahead and make our way around the perimeter on this side. This will be coming out from the second entry. Now look at the massive scullery. This is the chef's dream. Now you have that sink overlooking the side yard. You have the monogram appliances here. Plenty of cabinetry. I'll turn your attention over here to the right. You have a Thermador coffee system. You see your pull-out drawers right over there. And then you still even have the paneled dishwasher. Beautiful. And then right over here, you have your pantry. Outstanding. Now we'll see that straight ahead in just a second. We're gonna work our way around this way, and trust me, it will all come full circle for you. So you're gonna have 3 bedrooms down and then your additional 2 upstairs. So the perfect guest suite. Look at that. You see the tray ceilings with the exposed beams, your floor to ceiling windows, and then a ton of room. So as you can see, that's a queen bed. You have your 2 nightstands. You have a sitting area right over here to the left. And then you have a desk right there. So it just gives you an idea how much room you have. And you have the outlets inside of the baseboards. Now taking a look at the ensuite right here, family. Look at the vanity. Beautiful sconces. You have a glass enclosed walk-in shower. The 0 threshold that we so much love. And look at the herringbone pattern shower surround. Beautiful, and then a walk-in closet. So you're only minutes away from the interstate and shopping and all of your amenities. Gosh, even with traffic, you're less than 3 minutes away. So now you have that access door right over there. You see, you can hang out here, have a great time, drink some coffee, and you still have that privacy. Okay, so this will be our 3rd bedroom. Downstairs, I'll pan you upwards. You have a clear story window. Look at the floating beam and the vaulted ceilings. A ton of natural light entering inside of this room as well. So each room that we have the good fortune of going into, you're going to notice that theme as well. Beautiful. So the wide plank oak floors continues. You see that fluted detail. Again, you have the separate walk-in closet. And let's take a look at our ensuite. Marble counters. Look at the custom cabinets. And then right behind me, look how warm this shower is. Again, the common theme with the 0 threshold, you have your shower wand, a rain shower head, a massive shower niche, and the 2-tone material for our shower surround. Beautiful. So in this wing of the house, if you wanted to use one of those bedrooms as maybe a nanny's quarters, you can certainly do that. And then the additional one as a guest suite. Now, as we continue, look at that. Like I mentioned previously, you have multiple access points to that patio. You have a storage closet right over here. And then before we continue right here to show you that second set of stairs and then, coming out from the scullery, that'll lead you right there. I want to go ahead and show you this space. The perfect media area. Some folks may use this as a game room, but you do have a fully equipped wet bar here, your beverage fridge, the custom cabinets, floating shelving, coffered ceilings right above with the exposed beams. You have the double sliding doors and a ton of space. So you can go ahead and open those up, have that indoor-outdoor feel, and it certainly would be a great day. Now here, this is our pool bath. So we had seen the flagstone right when we entered the covered front porch, right? But that continues here inside of the property. Look at the mirror frame here, the natural stone counters, the sleek cabinets there, and then even the flagstone continues to the shower floor. And then almost like the mosaic tiling for our shower surround. So you have a door over here. So this would be coming in from the pool. You go ahead and take a shower right there with ease. You You have another access door leading you to your backyard. This will be one of the entries to the 4-car garage. I'll show you this side because you have the 2 tankless water heaters. And then here is your exercise room. Lovely. Even the painted ceiling. Now you have the double doors leading you out there too. And this was all intentional just to have that all-inclusive feel. No matter where you are in the backyard, you can enter inside of various rooms. And then look at that, the water refill station. Beautiful. So we still have quite a bit to cover. Hopefully you are enjoying it. And if you haven't done so, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, so this would be coming in from the 4-car garage as well right here. So this is your mudroom. Look at that. All the storage that you would need. Now right over here, look at the built-in drawers. You have a recess area. You go ahead and store all of your shoes. That way you don't have to track that mud throughout the house. Now look at the 4-car garage. Plenty of space, epoxy flooring, and then you even have a recessed area over here for additional storage. Wonderful. Before we head up the stairs, I'm going to show you the laundry room. This is an absolute dream. You have another access door right there. Look at the granite countertops, the massive windows with the grids inside. And look at that. Plenty of space for your washer and dryer. You have a folding station over here to the left and a dog wash right behind here. The perfect laundry room. Lovely. And then right there to the left, you'll head to the scullery. But let's go ahead and get you to the 2nd level. Now, as we continue, you notice the oak paneling that extends here. So we had seen that inside of the great room and then leading you to the 2nd level. So this will be the first set of stairs. Let's see what we walk into. So now this is the perfect playroom. So it is extremely versatile. It is a bonus room, but look at that. You got your built-in bunk beds. You even have some outlets right there, perfect for reading. You see your stairs leading you to the 2nd bunk bed, so you can go ahead and get up there with ease. And then you even have some cabinets. Look at that. And soft close. So the perfect children's retreat. And then they have the 2nd half bath right here. Beautiful vanity. Now here you got the attic space. Spray foam insulation, as you can see. You can store anything you want with ease. Lovely. And let's go ahead and do a full pan before we continue. Beautiful. So a lot of depth inside of the home in general, you know, especially in this room. Now here you got your French doors that'll lead you in here. You have that closed, and then this will lead you right back out here. We'll start here to the left and work our way around. This is the first bedroom on the 2nd level. You have the massive windows, vaulted ceilings, as you can see. That continues here. You may notice that from the high-pitched roofs. And look how spacious it is. You have a nice little bonus closet here, and I'll show you the main closet right here to the left. So that bonus space is perfect to store your suitcases, all of the luggage from traveling, and you can get that out of the way. Now here you see the marble counters, the beautiful vanity. Look how open and spacious it is, and a huge walk-in shower as well. Beautiful, sleek materials. Really well designed. Okay, so now you have a loft area right here. Perfect for a workspace. You see the shelving, and right behind that, you have the built-in desk. Look at that. So I've talked about that throughout my tours. The kiddos having a productive space. Not only that, but to foster creativity. So that'll be the elevator right over there. Your second stairs is to the right, and this is our fifth and final bedroom right here. Look at that. So again, the vaulted ceilings right there, beautiful light fixture hanging down. Got the tall baseboards. And look how roomy and open it is. Now again, just like we had seen in the previous bedroom, you have a bonus closet right here too. Now this will be the only bathroom that has the shower tub combo, but look at that. You see that exposed beam right there, really neat touch. And then you see your light fixtures here, and look at the vanity. Lovely. And then there we go. So you have a pocket door here, plenty of shelving. You have that attic space right there to the left. We had seen that, so you've seen the insulation. And then you have open shelving to store your towels. Beautiful. So we covered a lot, family, and I hope you absolutely loved it. Last but certainly not least, we'll get you to the backyard. Now here, you will notice the oak floors continues even on the stairs. You have the stair lighting illuminating. So really nice feature too. And this will bring you right back out to the foyer. Outstanding. Let's go ahead and get you over here. So a lot of cool features, even out here in the patio space. Now, look at that. You see the vaulted ceilings extends this way, family. Beautiful light fixtures hanging down, the pendant lights. Then you have the floor to ceiling natural stone here on your fireplace surround. And look how open and spacious it is. You have your iron fencing right there, your corner windows. That's where your dining room was. You have a pool and spa. I'll show you this to the left. Remember, you have that private patio space when you exit the primary bedroom. And then taking a look over here, let's go ahead and see the rest of it. Now the flagstone flooring continues here, right? So over here you have an outdoor kitchen. Look at the sleek vent hood, your built-in sink, your beverage fridge and ice maker. To the right, you see where we had come out of, or you can come out of rather, and access that. That'll lead you right back to the kitchen. And then look at this. Beautiful. Now, straight ahead, family, it is locked, but it is extremely versatile. You can use it as a greenhouse or an art studio, and quite frankly, the possibilities are certainly endless. But you have that access point right back there, and I think you should be able to see a little bit of it. So extremely versatile right there. And look at the back of the property. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that about covers it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Brentwood, Tennessee. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you could see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. If you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.